evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the one and the only Rumboyz Fantasy Network. It's your boy, it's your host, Rumboyz Robbie, aka the Admiral, and I am joined by my very loyal and esteemed colleague, my co-host, Bogart Scott Free of the GMM Network.
Give me my name!
Hell yeah. And we also have a special guest for you guys backstage for the love of Sundays. John, what is good, John B?
What's up, guys? How's it going?
Hey, man. Pleasure to have you, man.
Always fun to be down with the Rumboyz. You know, it's like a second home for me.
Hell yes, bro. You guys know John. You've seen him around these parts before. We're excited to answer all of you guys' fantasy football questions. You guys have questions, we have answers. Last week, this guy had questions. If the GOAT had questions, well, shit.
You got questions too.
Exactly. You guys got questions, so we're here to answer them. Before we dive into that, Bogart, talk to him about Monkey Knife Fight.
Hey, well, you know what I'm saying? If you're looking for some answers to get some of that legit DFS money, we know where you can go. And that's when you head on over to monkeyknifefight.com. You use promo code RUMBOYZ in all caps, and we'll match your first deposit all the way up to $50. Man, we hope y'all was squeezing all the juices out of the NBA because that came and went. We still got the NFL popping, and we got MLBs popping. You know what I'm saying? Props up the yin-yang, up the wazoo. You know what I'm talking about? And in order to maximize your profits off this legal sports daily fantasy action, go ahead and head on over to monkeyknifefight.com. Use promo code RUMBOYZ like you see up top, and we'll match your first deposit all the way to $50.
Right.
Monkey Knife Fight, give me money!
Monkey Knife Fight, give me money! Hell yes. And I also would like to remind you all that we are also live over on sportscaster.com.
Oh, I like that better, Sportscaster. Sportscaster.
Head on over to sportscaster.com. Download the app on all Apple iOS devices. Connect with the largest sports online internet community. Check up on experts like the Rumboyz and plenty of others. And you can even start up your own network as well. Head on over to sportscaster.com. Let's dive right into it. The homie Hot Take Fantasy Football. What's good, Hot Takes?
Hey, what up?
He said, J.D. McKissick, someone to pick up with Gibson, questionable. John, we'll let you start off with this one. Gibson, by the way, has a toe. He was a limited participant. It's a toe injury.
I think this is – what are you really going to get out of J.D. McKissick? That's what you have to ask yourself. Even if Gibson is out and he's listed with a toe injury that could be questionable, give him 2 weeks. So you get 2 weeks of J.D. McKissick. That's not going to be something that you're proud to trot into your fantasy football lineup. So Is he worth picking up? Maybe if you're really struggling with bye weeks, if you're really struggling with COVID, I get it. But, I mean, it's the same as, you know, spot starting a Frank Gore or an Adrian Peterson or, you can get that out of anybody. I think you have more upside other places.
I would say if it's very scarce out there, almost guaranteed that guy's available, J.D. McKissick, right? But it's like I put him in the same category when the starter's around as like a Chris Thompson. You know what I mean? Like if the starter's around, you're not fooling with Chris Thompson. But you have that starter in Antonio Banderas Gibson, the Desperado, Zorro himself, right? With Antonio Gibson, I mean, I would grab him up, especially if this is a Yahoo league. Yahoo pushed the waivers to today, actually. So I would put a claim on him because we're not going to know until mañana how that injury reports. Because Wednesdays are usually the first real injury report comes out. Was he limited or held out of practice?
He was just limited. He's fine. Limited. He's going to be fine.
But insure yourself, if you want to insure yourself, but J.D. McKissick's not really a ceiling kind of guy. There's kind of really no ceiling.
I'm not rushing for J.D. McKissick off of waivers because here's the thing. What's surrounding J.D. McKissick on waivers, not just at the running back position, but just overall positionally. Other guys are probably going to go out and get other pieces, so to where Gibson's probably going to be cleared off this report come Saturday night, Friday, Saturday, Friday. Friday.
I'm not Friday priority for him.
Exactly.
Even if he is still. How about this? Tomorrow, if he's another limited, that's a good sign. Then on Friday, if he gets in that full, and it don't matter if he's still labeled questionable, he got into the full. That's usually just protocol, and then he'll
Yep.
be good to go Sunday. Just
Yeah.
rocking the Q tag all the way up until game time.
By the way, gentlemen, cheers to me. Cheers to you, all the Rumboyz and girls. What it do, dilly dilly. I forgot to
Dilly
Christian
dilly.
our show.
All good. I'm on vodka tonight, and the normal Bud Lights. Bud Lights, give me money.
I want a cup of some shit.
I'm on a little whiskey and coffee right now.
Nice.
Nice.
Get fired up for the show. My little
He got-
pregame.
He got
Nope.
he got the Irish whiskey, right? Is
Yeah.
what they call it?
We need to bring you on for the Sunday morning show. Shit.
That's where it's at. I'm a breakfast drink kind of guy.
See, so there we go.
Apparently, I
Mimosas,
am too every Sunday.
Coffee and whiskey, little Baileys, a little nice and sipping on
Yeah,
it.
I'm not mad at the Baileys. I've had a Baileys night or two, or even some some Irish car bombs. That used to be my shit when I was a young laddie. Irish car bombs, laddie.
Yo, this name is hilarious. Dongo Skep. What up, Dongo?
What up, Dongo? Dongo.
He said Paige, James Robinson, T. Higgins, and DJ Shark for CMC. Was that too much?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. In this day and age, you need depth. And that other guy on the other side, he was thinking the same thing. CMC ain't doing nothing for him. I want to tell you something. I just did this with Julio. What's the difference for me moving Julio for some pieces I need that I can start? And you know what's the difference? That I could start these pieces. I've been sitting around with nothing. So that guy was thinking the same thing, and he went for James Robinson, who's a top 8 back right now. I think he's like number 8 or 7. You know what I mean? So I would have definitely advised against that if you came to us first. You know what I'm saying? Because depth is the key, and you had good depth there. Good pieces.
Something interesting happened in a league that you and I are in, Bogard. Someone had recently moved Michael Thomas, who has not been getting. They haven't been getting anything out of him, right?
Oh, that happened in the office league. I missed that.
Yeah. Michael Thomas was moved, and and this was kind of hand in hand with the analysis. Yeah, what's the difference? Like you're not getting.
And he's on a bye week too, so you're not having him this week.
Yep, you're not having. You've missed out on now 6 weeks. Yeah,
6 weeks.
Yeah, 6 weeks of Michael Thomas when you could have been really raking in some real wins, getting some real W's up underneath your belt. So no, you paid too much. You paid too much. The person that got all those pieces
can still
is
ball. Let's not be wrong about it. Let's be clear. He can still ball, but you also bought a bye week. You also bought, you know what I mean? Like you have to start thinking about that. Like those pieces that you had will help you when bye weeks come around. And now you bought a guy who hasn't even had his bye week, and you still have to wait on him to come back. And with the way Mike Davis is balling right now, he's like junior varsity CMC for real.
Yep.
Like they don't need to rush CMC back. You know what I mean?
So
yeah.
So we're gonna take Zero Destroyer's question. We're actually gonna get into our first piece of fantasy football psychology, which we were talking about before the show. Zero Destroyer.
FFP.
Yep, the FFP. Zero Destroyer asks, is Alexander Mattison a good waiver wire pick? And should I put him in for Gibson if he plays?
Yes.
Yeah.
Answer is yes to both. The answer is yes, he's a good waiver wire pickup. And yes, he's an auto start if Cook is out.
And Cook is going to be out. Cook
is going to be out, right? So now what you're doing here, Zero Destroyer, is for the person that has Cook, that you're blocking them from being able to play Madison. And then you're protecting yourself in the event that Gibson is out. Now you got a guy that's going to give you production, the same production as both what Cook or Gibson would have been, or he's going to fall right there in between. So you're good.
And if Gibson, if Gibson goes, I'm 100% trying to figure out how to start Gibson and Madison if I just acquired him. Then, because they're both in smash spots, Gibson against the Giants, Madison against the Falcons. And spoiler alert, I have Gibson in my top. I have Madison in my top 3. I have Gibson in my top 10, 24 rankings this week. So they're in smash spots. Those are starts this week. Plus, then here's why Cook doesn't come back this week. Obviously, he's injured. Then they go on a bye week. Then during that course of the bye week, next week, I'm actively trying to take Madison and shovel him to the fucking Cook owner, and try to get what I need up out of him. You know what I mean? Because now Madison's no use to you on the bye week. Now go grab something off that dude, and you tell him shame on you for not having Madison. You need him to protect yourself, and you get something while he's in panic mode, if that's the case. You know what I mean?
Yup,
The
exactly.
FFP.
That's
the
how it
fantasy
should go.
football psychology.
And that's one of those things that we're going to get into. So once again, don't hang on to pieces that you're not getting production out of. If those pieces that you're hanging on to that you're not getting anything out of have name value, move them
I
to
want to
people that
specify
are
what
going
you're
to.
saying too. I know what you're saying because we talk off air at length about shit like this.
Yeah.
We're talking to those of y'all that are like 1-4, 0-5.
Well, I was going to get into that next. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Especially if
It won't happen again.
No, you're good. You're good.
It's gonna happen again.
It's gonna happen again.
But like, especially if your record's not doing so hot, move those guys and go and get you something stable for right now. For not even for right now. For right now, plus your playoff push. Right now is where you should be planning your playoff push. If you're 3-2, 2-3, you're not out of range of playoffs. You need to be game planning. You need to be now starting to set yourself up for the long haul. So that's the first thing that I wanted to mention. Second thing that I wanted to bring up with the Madison Cook thing, guys. If you know that do exactly, this is a easy long game trade scenario for you. If you do exactly what Bogart just said, you're setting yourself up to where now I could teach you a lesson and say, hey, I just yanked off 2 weeks worth of wins because I had the workload of Madison that you missed out on by not having him. We told you guys last night during the waiver wire show that Madison was 41% rostered at the time. So you guys should have, if you were listening last night, you put in for Madison. You'll have him, either tonight, depending on how your app is set up, how your league is set up.
Yeah.
Either last night or tonight.
Specifically is the one that's running tonight.
Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, I know NFL and Sleeper are processing tomorrow.
Them too? Because Sleeper ran for us.
No, never mind. Sleeper ran. Yeah, Sleeper ran. It's NFL that's processing today. So if Madison's available to you and you're waiting on your waivers to process, you're going to grab him, and then now, boom, you're going to play him. So then now you can say, hey, look at what you just missed out on, dummy. Now I'm going to sell him back to you. Now you can either A, reassure yourself probably with another handcuff, or B, get yourself something super strong. Maybe he has Myles Gaskin sitting on his roster. Low, like really good RB, really great flex play. You go get him off of him. High-end RB2, you go get Myles Gaskin off of him, and he's going to cave in and take Madison in the event
Gaskin?
That
goddamn Carol Gaskin. That bitch, Carol Gaskin.
Exactly.
Here's a name, dude, that I've been trying to target in a lot of leagues, and I want to get your pulse on it because both of you guys are smart guys. Henry Ruggs. How do you feel about Henry Ruggs as a trade target right now? I mean, we saw that big playability. Like, he is literally – he is one play away from being in the end zone every time they touch the ball. So how do you feel about going after Henry Ruggs? Do you think now that he's healthy and is he gonna start balling out in that offense? Like, because I think he is. I really feel like he is.
I'm
feeling the best of it.
He's a slate breaker. Like, he's one of those guys that like you said, one touch to the house. And like, here's the one thing too, just fully understand that, like, you know what I mean? He does come with risk. He is boom or bust by definition. And honestly, so is Tyreek Hill. Like, people don't understand.
Yeah.
Like, Tyreek, he's connected. Like, if Tyreek Hill doesn't, you know what I mean? But he's Tyreek Hill. This reminds me of, not just because of the speed aspect, but also because in a copycat league, that's what they brought Ruggs in for, because they're in a division with Tyreek Hill. I mean, so I am actively trying to get him, but and what I'm trying to do is buy him on this bye week, pun intended. And I'm trying to give something like steady. Like, say I got a Tyler Boyd and I have like Robert Woods and Nuke Skywalker. Say my receivers are good. If I have a third option and he's someone like a Terry McLaurin or a Tyler Boyd, I would buy the upside of a Ruggs. Because Ruggs is a great complementary piece to my steady receivers. I'm not going to have Ruggs as my secondary option or anything like that. As my third, though, or my flex, I'm loving that.
I'm loving that.
Loving that as a flex.
A lot of times, what I've noticed, a lot of guys that are making these trades. I mean, some of the ones that are really, really hurting. They're making trades, secure a wide receiver 1 or wide receiver 2, right? But I've noticed a lot of guys are really trying to get that stable flex. That's what a lot of people are really, really trying to do. Like the people that drafted really well, they're trying to get that. They're trying to land that flex. So I would go for Ruggs as a flex.
If I'm a Ruggs guy and I have Ruggs on the team and it's a bye week and I've obviously been waiting on Ruggs. Maybe I drafted him. I've been waiting on him. I'm trying to get me a Tyler Boyd or something stable because it's a bye week too.
Or either if you already have Ruggs, I'm selling Ruggs to the Derek Carr owner. I'm trying to convince him on the stack.
Yeah.
Well, especially like it's hey man, when you come off this bye, we'll you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I'm going full fantasy football psychology. You know what I mean? Like, I'm doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Zero Destroyer said, so I should trade Mike Thomas. I'm 1-4 because my players are constantly injured. Move Mike Thomas. Move Mike Thomas. Move him right now. Move him right now.
You might be able to get Cooper Kupp +1.
What you're hoping
you might
for?
Be able to get Robert Woods +1.
What you're hoping for, Zero Destroyer, is that they did not listen to this show following the Michael Thomas and his teammate fight.
Yeah.
Because the second I said, hey, he's a new like AB, like he's about to have a head case soon. He's going to fight his way out of New Orleans with Drew Brees retiring. That's when the motherfuckers, especially in Dynasty, were really like, sell.
But also too, remember, don't get pennies on a dollar. He's still Michael Thomas.
No, don't get pennies on a dollar. Do not get pennies.
And you
maybe
might
99 cents on a dollar.
You might need to talk with someone who's a 3-2 or someone who's a 2-3.
Exactly.
Because they will be someone who's a 4-1 or a 5-0. They're going to be like, they're going to try to shortchange you. You know what I mean? You want someone who's in the thick of it, you know what I mean? And then you grab their depth. I'm looking at someone who has a Robert Woods, maybe an Allen Robinson, preferably like an Allen Robinson. I'm trying to get me a number one.
He gets those three with Henry Ruggs. He may get those 3 to 4 targets. He gets those gigantic 3 to 4 targets that get you like fucking 13, 15, 17 fantasy points, and you're like, I need that. Like, I need that. Like, and especially if I'm getting that out of my flex.
But I'm just,
oh God.
But that's the caveat. That's almost like the protocol for me with having trying to bring in a Henry Ruggs. My stability in my wide receiver core needs to be eminent. I need to have a stable.
I feel that.
That's then you're getting into roster construction and the philosophy of roster construction where, you have to ask yourself, do I have a guy who has the potential to do like an OBJ and put up a 3-touchdown, 120-yard week? Like, do I have that even on my roster? You got to be realistic. Or do I have, Jamison Crowder's on my roster, which are totally fine. They fill a role. They are there for a reason, but they're not gonna be this dominant. All of a sudden, have this Mike Williams-esque game where it's a big points on 3 plays and you go, wow, holy crap, good thing because it feels like he's doing nothing and you go, thank God I started him. That was cool. That was cool,
right? Because here's the thing too with the Henry Ruggs, it's kind of hard to call the matchup because he only needs one. It's not like, okay, I'm gonna play him on a soft matchup. No, you're gonna keep playing him, and to mitigate the risk, he needs to be at your flex spot. Like, he better not be your one, especially where you probably drafted him or picked him up off the waiver in this case during this time of year. You know what I mean? He's definitely got to be your flex or your third option because I'm not comfortable with him being like, especially if, say I have a Tyreek Hill, Hollywood Brown, Henry Ruggs like trio. I'm not feeling good week to week. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that's some scary shit because now you're just depending on 3 of the exact same guy to every week do the exact same shit.
And one out of the
3 different teams. Hell no.
3 30-sided dice. Yeah.
Right? Like one of the 3 could save your week for the other 2, but like they'll compensate if as long as one of them hits. But there could be.
You're talking about a 30% probability out of 13 weeks of fantasy football that is gonna fucking happen.
We're in week 6.
We're in week
in the halfway mark.
That's a scary roster construction.
That is.
That's somebody that's clearly played one too many games of fucking Madden. Jay Money, I want to bring this up earlier. I wanted to put the comment on the screen when we bring it up. He said Bell might land with the Chiefs. So I've been reading this more and more today. Bell could possibly land with the Chiefs, so on and so forth. Le'Veon Bell. if you have Le'Veon Bell right now, and you
This
have
one makes
not,
me want to take a drink because I have a lot of Clyde shares.
and you have not, and so this can go a multitude of different ways. So if you have Le'Veon Bell, I want you to first off be having your eyes trained on every single report out there, every single trade rumor out there. I want you to be locked in on those teams. Okay. The first 10 teams that you see listed, the first 10 to 12 teams that you see listed about trade rumors of where you could go, you're going to hit up that person of that current team's RB1. You're going to be like, hey, send them the link. Hey, I saw here on, I don't know, I'll just make up some shit. ChiefsWire.com.
I saw here on the Rumboyz Fantasy Network.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah,
here.
exactly.
I saw on the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. I saw on Rumboyz.com. You know, fucking.
They talking about he might go to Arizona, bro.
Yeah, he might go to Arizona or he might go to the Chiefs. Like, you know, you're hitting up the Kenyon Drake owner, like, what are you trying to do? Like,
Trying to
you're
protect yourself, yeah.
Exactly. And you ship off Le'Veon and then you start hoarding off of their other pieces. You know,
I want to say the reality of Lev Bell, like going to like say you are. I want to go on the flip side. If I'm the guy with the Clyde Edwards-Helaire or the Drake, and someone who's sharp like that is coming at me with this Le'Veon Bell news, like, listen, bro, the rumors are this, that, and the third. I'm gonna not panic though.
Yep.
We gotta go. We gotta make sure we cover both sides of this. I'm not gonna panic because it's gonna take a cool minute for Lev Bell to get acclimated wherever he goes. There is a.
But if you're the Bell owner, you need to be moving.
Yeah,
you need to be moving now.
The FFP, the Fantasy Football Physiology.
Yeah.
You work that and you let that man know. Look at Drake so shitty, bro. What's Drake? Drake's been pissing you off, hasn't he? Now they talking about Lev Bell might reunite with his former running back coach, who is the current running back coach of the Arizona Cardinals. Bruh, you might need this man. Hey, I would remind him of last year. Hey, man, David Johnson was over there. Then they had Chase Edmonds. Chase Edmonds was flashing, but it wasn't enough. So what they do? They went and brought over Kenyon Drake. Kind of seems the same right now. Oh, they got Kenyon Drake. Oh, Chase Edmonds is flashing. And guess what? They might bring over Lev Bell. Bruh, you see what happened with Drake last year? You need Bell, bruh. Protect yourself.
You want to move Le'Veon, right? If you're the Le'Veon Bell owner, if you're the Le'Veon, yep. If you're the Le'Veon Bell owner, you want to move him before he goes to his new team. Yeah. You want to try and move him and then load up on as much value as possible. See if you can get yourselves those
package deal. We're talking
package deals. You want package deals.
Take Bell like off top.
No one's taking Bell. No one's taking Bell laterally. No one's taking Bell straight up. So you want to go package deal in this scenario.
Yeah, and let's just all collectively let's all collectively remember when Leonard Foreskin was the rumors going to the Chiefs. Remember before he went to the Bucks? And I was like, fuck that. You know what I mean? Don't you do it to my Clyde. And I'm back in that same position right now. Let's all put energy towards him not going to the Chiefs. You have
to realize that, though, Bell can come in and take that goal line work because CH is not getting into the end zone.
Guys, so far. Yeah. And even when they did use them last week as one, there was a goddamn flag, and they called that thing back, and he finally got it in pay dirt, only for the second time of the year, and that made me mad.
Good old Pete.
If I had to guess, Bell's doesn't want a long-term deal. Bell's going to take a one-year deal.
Of course.
Trying for minimum money somewhere. He's going to get paid. So he's owed $6 million. This is the great thing about the Jets and why the Jets are so ridiculous of a franchise. They still owe him $6 million. So no matter what,
they can only not
he's
owe
making
him
that
if
money.
Someone else pays more than that. So
right.
And no one's going to pay that.
So the Jets are going to have to pay him to play for somebody else, basically. That's how this is going to go.
So what the Jets are going to do right now, they're going to spread all kind of rumors about him.
They're gonna be like a nasty ex-girlfriend. They're gonna be the worst.
They still owe him, I believe. He made $28 million through 18 games. They still owe him an additional $6 million.
That's one hell of an
agent. From what I understand is any team in the NFL right now can sign him for the veteran minimum, which would be like
1.2. Something like that? Am I in the range?
Yeah. It's like another
1.8,
So he's
something like that.
So Yeah, he's gonna get like an extra milli on top of that, like
He's
possibly
gonna get
3.
all the way up to 6.
That's crazy.
Well, he's gonna get 6. There's still 6
Guaranteed.
milli from the Jets that still have.
Theoretically, he can go play for someone for the min, and like it could be even like purely incentive driven because he doesn't matter. He's gonna get six M's no matter what.
No matter what from the Jets. Exactly.
I think he should just honestly, he should buckle down, and the key word of buckle is go to the fucking Bucks. Go there. They already have everyone there. They're like, let's bring in Fournette. Hey, before Fournette, hey man, let's go ahead and draft Keyshawn Vaughn. And you know what? We have Rojo and Keyshawn. Let's bring over Shady McCoy. You know what? We're not done here. Hold my beer. Let's bring over Leonard
Rojo
Fournette.
is eating out there. I'm
saying though, he can't catch the ball. You know Tom Brady gets
he
so
can't
mad at
catch
him.
the ball.
He cannot catch the ball, and that's an important role when you're in a Tom Brady-led offense. Le'Veon Bell, go over there and stay the fuck away from Clyde Edwards-Helaire. The Fresh Prince of Hilaire.
They corrupt like Bell got released though. Bell's gonna get picked up like for dirt cheap.
Well,
like
listen,
dirt cheap.
This time tomorrow, we'll know whether he cleared waivers or not, because we don't just have waivers in fantasy football. The
NFL has waivers as well.
Exactly. So if he clear, and people are gonna want him, they're gonna want him to clear waivers. You know what I'm saying, off top, because he has locker room issues, for real. So he's gonna clear the waivers, and if he doesn't clear waivers, a team that would claim him, I'm saying it's either the Cards or the Bucks. And if they don't, it's gonna go all the way up
Patriots.
to no, not even, because they got all kind of running backs, bro. They're not gonna do that. It's gonna go all the way up to the Bills, bro. I think that's a phenomenal.
Oh my gosh!
Wow.
I think that
would be sexy
spot for him.
That Lev Bell to the Bills would be crazy.
Nasty over there, like for reality football. That's nasty.
Yeah,
because
right there, ticket to the Super Bowl, bro.
Let's go. I'm saying, bro, like that's what they want to do over there. That's the ultimate goal for every team that's a contender.
Run the damn ball.
Yeah, and they want someone like look what did Singletary do last night? He put it on the ground. You know what I mean?
You can't do that.
No, and now Lev Bell's available. They'll be like, "Yo, we need Lev Bell," and he's an ultra dual threat.
I mean, he's
geographically too. It makes sense geographically.
Yeah, we brought that up last night, Bogart. Yeah,
he only has to go up north like 6 hours, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, if that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit. Oh my gosh.
Oh my He's going right up the highway.
That's actually a good one. That's actually a legit feasible land. Yes, I understand the coach.
I'm moving Devin Singletary right this moment.
I'm pulling my computer up. Yeah.
I'm saying that because Lev Bell, where he would go somewhere for cheap to a Sean McDermott who does take chances on these
fellas. Don't know hype.
Nice. Don't know hype. Give me my name.
Karate Cowboy.
Hey, shout out to the Karate Cowboy, man. Waha! Like it's like a cross between yeehaw and hiya. It's waha. It's the Karate Cowboy.
LOL the TV4 thumbnail. Very correct indeed. Yo, I love it. Cheers to me. Cheers to you, all the Rumboyz and girls. What it do, dilly dilly.
Cheers.
You know what? I'm gonna do some vodka on that one.
Shit, Lev Bell goes to Seattle, has a friendly combo with Adam.
Don't you do that. Don't you do that. Not to my Chris Carson shares. But you know what? Here's why I would say this, is that someone like a Jamal Adams, who is a locker room leader, him and Lev Bell, they had words on Twitter. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When he went to Seattle, he said, "Hey man, good for you, man, but I'm gonna see you." Remember? He was gonna see you this season because the Jets are set to play the Seattle Seahawks eventually. So during that time, he's like, "I'll see you, bro. Hey, but respect, get your bag." That's like literally what he said. Yo, you know what Jamal Adams is over there talking about? Because they're gonna ask him about locker room morale. They're gonna ask about character.
Yeah.
And he's gonna be like, "Fuck Le'Veon Bell."
Yeah.
And even if that's not true, I'm writing that narrative so he can stay the fuck away from my Chris Carson shirts. Don't you go there, Bill.
Sleepy refreshed. Should I trade Russ? It depends what for.
Yeah, we need
Hold
context.
on, because I just did this. Okay, I just traded Russ in my dynasty league. I traded Russ in a first for Patrick Mahomes in a third.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair. Yeah.
Like I was like, I'll take the youth and the next big prodigy, like the next Joe Montana. You know, fuck it.
Yeah. It's just a good value trade.
See how old I was there? I did not say Tom Brady. I said Joe Montana. Oh my gosh.
Hey man, Joe's the GOAT, bro. Like, listen, Joe is the argument that people will have against Brady. And it's the same way LeBron or Kobe is the argument against Jordan. But you know what Jordan and Jordan and Montana got in common? They never lost them when they get to the big one.
Hey, I feel you, bro. It's the same thing when people are like, oh, Michael Vick is the very first original fucking mobile quarterback. And I'm like, you're wrong, Steve Young. I was like, do some research and pull out some film. They're like, who the hell is that? I'm like, you're dumb.
The killer lefty?
So yeah, depending on what it is,
cannon too, huh?
Yeah, depending on what it is, Sleepy refresh. Depending on what
he also had Jerry Rice too.
Yeah, I mean that always helps. You have Jerry Rice catching the ball.
Even had a young. Was he there still at Terrell when Terrell came there? I can't even remember now. I think he was.
I don't think so.
I think early Terrell. Yeah, because Garcia, I don't think he ever played with Garcia never played with with Jerry Rice. So I think it was Steve Young with an early. You know what? Someone might need to fact check me. I'm a Niner fan. I shouldn't even be like, no, I shouldn't even be stumbling over this. You know what? That's not important.
Would you trade now? Would you trade McKinnon, Kelly, Damon Harris? I need to pick up a tight end. And I got Waller on bye. Dude, I would move any of those guys for a really good tight end.
Kelly is just a throw-in right now. Like, you know what I mean?
Look,
yeah.
I'm gonna tell people straight up. This is the year where like so many tight ends popped off of waivers. So where if you got yourself like if I have Kittle right now already, or if I have like any of these other guys in these top tight ends, Waller, Kittle, I'm matching them up and I'm feeling confident any other week going like 12 personnel in my fantasy lineup.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but here's
Jonnu, like back up with Jonnu, like, oh gosh, yes.
I actually have a Jonnu Kittle stack and I'm rolling with that because I have to.
Wow. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Okay. How about this? Going back to the question.
Hey, that's beautiful territory.
Before you do anything drastic, I want to know what the tight ends that are available in your league. You know what I'm saying? And so go ahead and type the tight ends that are available in your league. Because if there is a Logan Thomas or a Robert Tonyan, or maybe even if a Jimmy Grandpa's there, you only need it for a week and you get Waller back. Like, don't panic because there's a 1 bye week. You might be able to fix your problemos out there on the waiver.
Bro, with those players, all those players are 100% completely tradable.
Yeah, they
all those guys are 100% completely tradable.
If I could do that and bring back, like, what is he trying to target to bring back with those?
Like, if you could bring back, like, bro, like, let's face it, like, if you could bring back a Hawkinson,
maybe a
Higbee,
Mike Gesicki,
yep, a Higbee, a Gesicki,
yeah,
like if I could bring back a Jonnu,
no one's
like
talking to you about Jonnu right now. No one's gonna do that right now. Jonnu's
bro, I don't know. Like people that there are people that are still sleeping behind the wheel when it comes to Jonnu.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Maybe I keep thinking because we live in our world.
Yeah,
where like Jonnu, we've been on Jonnu and like telling everyone.
It feels like forever, right? It feels like we've been talking about this dude forever.
Yeah,
I said this to Brian the other day. It's like, dude, I feel like I've been talking about Jonnu Smith
Brian.
forever. Yeah, shout out to my co-host Brian. I feel like we've been talking about Jonnu Smith forever, but yet he still has low value. Yet in the FTLS, where I'm trying to acquire him, it's smart, savvy motherfuckers. It ain't easy.
Yeah,
it ain't easy.
Especially after he didn't flash.
But if you can, exactly. I think it's going to be harder now with this Tuesday night primetime game. I think it's going to be harder. But if you can get something like that, or even a Mike Gesicki, who I brought up earlier, we saw one big game. We saw one 120-yard touchdown game out of him. So
I threw out Higbee out there just because
Higbee's a good one too.
Higbee's a great one.
Just because he's kind of a mid-range type of guy, like from the draft. Because a lot of people, we're still only 6 weeks in. We're going into week 6. That means we're almost 6 weeks removed from drafts.
Dude,
And people still will remember where they drafted said dude.
Yeah.
exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, so you might even be able to remove a Jonnu now that I say it, because Jonnu was a double-digit round guy. He was a late
Also,
round value.
also Clyde Edwards for Julio. And I think that Sleepy Refresh would
I'm
get
doing that. If I'm the Julio guy, I'm trying to get
he's
Clyde.
well, Sleepy's the one getting Julio. So
Mm.
I'm saying no. I'm saying no.
Yeah, just positional advantage of a running back.
Yeah, it's
But it's
scarcer as running backs.
so hard. So hard in these streets, especially for a running back that's going to get,
And-
17 to 25
And I think
touches
there's
in
a
him.
second half, as long as they don't get that goddamn Le'Veon Bell, who I love. First of all, I love him. I love him as a Steeler. How about that? But don't you, pun intended, go stealing touches away from my Clyde. I think Clyde has a second half in this. Bro, he has a second half.
That's just a tough one. I'm gonna not do it just because I feel like Julio could possibly re-aggravate something. But I am gonna start Julio where I have him this week because, well, he's
Can I
fucking
take
Julio.
you guys on a journey?
That's the problem with Julio. Really quick, that's the problem with Julio. That's the problem with Julio that you don't want to have. So with Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you're not having the problem of am I gonna start you this week? Are you gonna be a game time decision? There are way too many times where Julio puts us in the position where he's gonna be a game time decision, and I don't wish that type of headache on no one. I've had more headache 2 years in a row owning Julio than most players.
You just see me move. You know what's crazy is on my podcast I always do rankings, and I have this thing called spanking with the ranking, and I would give Julio a spanking with the ranking whenever he would be playing hurt, like he'd be questionable. I'm like, oh, why do you got Julio at number 12? Well, I'm giving him a spanking with the ranking because Julio's usually like a top 3 ranked guy every week, right? As long as he's healthy, but it's like he will be a decoy, and in this one of our money leagues, which is also an analyst league. It's an invitational. It's a bunch of cutthroat motherfuckers like ourselves. And it really actually involves me and Robbie and a bunch of, other great content creators. And I ended up with Julio. And I was so upset after week 2 because I was like, God damn it, he's hurt, dude. This is why I always laugh at Julio guys.
Yeah.
Right? So so when I look at my Julio history in this league, I had him week 1, balled out. Cool. Looked like Julio. Week 2, not so much. Then he gets hurt. Plays week 3, though. Hurt. Nothing. Then week 4, plays, gets yanked out of the game. And I'm like, then he gets ruled out last week. And I'm like, you know what? Moving Julio. What's the difference? While he's name brand, I'm going to move him. And I'm not, because I'm already maneuvering without him.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I'm already maneuvering without him. I'm gonna move him.
Yep, if you're getting dubs without them, then move without them. That's what I'm doing with my Julio shares.
Improve without him.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Badman's headed to Tampa. Yeah, he sure is. Packers Nation 12. This might backfire, but I traded Matt Ryan for Watson straight up.
Wait a second. They called Le'Veon Bell Batman. I never knew that.
No, he said that bad man. He's talking about Aaron Rodgers. He's talking about
I'm already there.
This might backfire, but I traded Matt Ryan for Watson straight up. It's a straight up trade.
That's fine.
You're gonna get what you pay for. It's a quarterback for quarterback type of deal.
Look at scheduling.
Yeah, look at scheduling more so. I like this question here. I got Jonnu as my tight end 1. Would you start Tanyan or Cam Akers in your flex half PPR?
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. This actually is a lot harder than I thought.
They're playing the Niners, those Rams.
Yeah.
Right? It's in prime time. I am a Cam Akers truther coming out of college, but he's in a full-on committee. And if you guys remember, Sean McVay came out and said, I love Sean McVay. Sean McVay was like, I love Kyle Shanahan. I can't, he's a disciple of Shanahan. I've seen their success last year. I'm running a committee. Then week 1, Cam Akers gets hurt. And then they start playing in the hot hand approach. Now, Cam Akers came out, only 9 carries last week, 60 yards. Yes, Darrell Henderson had all the valuable touches, but with more carries, his yards per carry was trash. Cam Akers does have a higher draft capital, And then you couple that with the fact that Sean McVay came out this week and said, we need to get Cam Akers more involved. Against the Niners, but, maybe that's just me wearing the hat. I'm
going
go
slow
with Jonnu.
personnel.
I'm going Jonnu.
Well, he has tight end as his or he has Jonnu as his tight end one. He's asking.
Oh,
yeah, he's talking about his flex, Tanyan or Akers. I'm gonna go 12 personnel. Roll out Tanyan.
You know what?
Yeah,
Just
I kind of think so too.
Be prepared for like a 4 for 8, a 4 for 48, like from a Tanyan, like because I feel like I asked Robbie this last night. Actually, I said, is Robert Tanyan a product of great coaching when their best player is out? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it certainly could be.
That's the one thing I'm weary of. But it's also like, but if 4 for 48 is his floor, I'll take that with the upside of a touchdown in a shootout against the Buccaneers, who are susceptible to the tight end position.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm rolling that out.
Yeah.
That's
you have to ask yourself who has the better chance of falling in the end zone. And to me, it's Tanyan. Tanyan has a better chance of falling in the end zone. Even with
get a piece of that shootout.
You want it. The over under is 56.5 points.
Let's go.
That's gonna be a big over under. That's a big fantasy type of numbers that you want to see.
And the Bucks are the number 2 run defense right now. Yes, Vita Vea went down, who's one of probably the best run stopper they got, right? So Aaron Jones might be able to gash him up. Maybe even Jamal Williams. Either way, they're all utilizing the passing game, and you attack that defense. You attack that defense through the air. Whether it's let's look at more recency bias. Jimmy Grandpa, phenomenal catch last week for the tug. Right? Who else gashed them up? David Montgomery gashed them up through the air, right? You pass on this team. It's hard to run on them. So everyone in the passing game is going to eat. And I think it's very concentrated over there. It's really just Adams, Tanyan, or Adams, Jones, and then Tanyan in that order.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, corrupt people still sleep on Jonnu, bro. People still sleep on Jonnu.
Let them.
Crazy.
We're going to wake them up.
Logan Thomas, Burton, Ebron, Sample.
Logan Thomas. I'll pick up Logan Thomas. If he's available, I'm picking him up.
Logan Thomas is, you should.
You should out against the Giants.
All the targets, I guess, against a hapless New York Giants.
Yeah, and you know what's kind of cool about the Giants right now? Low key, James Bradbury is the number 10 ranked cornerback overall right now.
Overall.
Right?
Really?
He's the top 10 overall.
Huh.
When it comes to like receptions and like yards allowed, he's like number 2. But like overall, he's number 10. So the reason I bring this up is because Kyle Allen's over there. He's gonna
Allen.
Yeah, Terry McLaurin is gonna be covered by James Bradbury. That tight end's gonna eat. Now, you know what I mean? Outside, the other options outside are gonna eat. You know what I mean? So I like Logan Thomas here as a spot start for Darren Waller. Right? It's the same dude.
Yeah, I think it is actually.
It's Brock out. Yeah. Logan Thomas, slide him in there. Slide him in there.
That way you don't have to give up the farm to get a tight end either, like in a trade or something.
Let's see. Hey, Michael, anytime, bro. That's what we're here for.
That's why we're here, man.
Oh
yeah.
The love of Sundays, the love of fantasy football.
Yeah, we do this thing Sunday to Sunday.
Boys.
That's it.
Let's see. Should I hold to Sanders with me having Michael Thomas, or wait for Michael Thomas to play? You should be trying to trade Michael Thomas and load up on as much depth as possible. Rock out.
I might do this. Like Michael Thomas would have played this week or this past Monday if he didn't knock out old boy in practice. Emmanuel Sanders goes off. I would move Sanders right now if I could.
If you can, I don't know if
I mean.
Well, okay. I'm sorry.
In his case, he has both of them.
Well, no, you're right, Bogart, from the standpoint of
he has Thomas.
Well, I'm thinking like an expert, like you're probably playing like a home league, where people aren't thinking the same. You could probably off a recency bias move Sanders and get a pretty penny. Sure. I mean, but if not, then try and get some of that.
On a bye week, but I mean,
It's going to be a super hard sell.
Yeah, but also maybe even you could wait on that thing until after you start fielding those offers after next Monday. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, all right, now you're away from the bye week, and now you say, here's this guy coming back. Look at what he just did. You know what I mean?
Joshua Alexander asked, was offered Michael Thomas, this is a keeper league, was offered Michael Thomas and Saquon for CEH in a keeper. I have Miles Sanders, so my keepers would be Thomas, Saquon, and Sanders next year. What do you think? Oh,
I would do that.
I would do that because I don't like Saquon's situation, to be honest with you. Like, that offensive line is bad. It's going to take years to rebuild that. I don't like the coaching in place. I would kind of just get away from that. And Saquon is a phenomenal specimen that you can move him off the name value and what he did in years past.
Mm-hmm. No, I like
bring
that.
over the youth of CEH who's in a good position.
So you're going the other way with it. So you'd rather have the CEH side.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I'm thinking you get the mass.
Wait. Oh, he's doing Thomas.
He's doing Thomas and Saquon for CEH.
That's too much.
See, so that's what I'm saying. If I have CEH and someone's offering me that in a keeper league, I'm out on Saquon for this year. You don't get
you're
whatever
this year. Yeah,
whatever. But you get Michael Thomas for this year and then Saquon next year. So your team is
I would try to flip
pretty
Saquon
sexy.
Straight up. Like, I'm crazy. If I want to win this year, because I'm always trying to win.
Yeah. You got to think about winning this year.
I would see if I could flip Saquon straight up for CEH, and I'd be like, "Listen, Bell might go there, bro." You know what I mean? You need to get away from that, bro. Because I would love to have Thomas, CEH, and Sanders, and
right.
Actually,
If you could work out with those three as
win
keepers.
Now.
If you could work out with those three as keepers, honestly, yeah. When you say Thomas, Sanders, and CH, I like that better than the Saquon.
In next year's like second round pick.
I don't like people giving me something that's gonna help me next year. Fuck that. I want to win now. Like, when it comes to dynasty and keeper leagues, no, we're winning this year. We're not doing that next year shit.
I'm trying all the time.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. What do y'all think about AP against Jacksonville? If you got to start him up, I'm assuming that he's going to be a flex play for you. Or, with it being bye weeks, I could understand being in a tight pickle.
You know what's sad, bro? Let's go under-over real quick. Because this is sad because I think AP always it's almost like he hears what I say. Under-over 70 yards. I'd probably take over.
I'd take over.
I can take him. Because he's coming off a bye week.
I can take him at 72 and a touchdown. I can see him at 72 and a touchdown.
Everybody eats.
You would take that from him. You'd be very happy with that. 72 and a touchdown. You'd be happy.
So if we're talking flex, and then he'd probably be the goal line guy. They're gonna be able to move the ball up and down the field. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a semi shootout too, and owning time of possession is gonna be the key for both those teams. It's gonna be like James Robinson Jr. versus AP on the other side, like who can own time of possession, because that's what they're going to try to do.
Yeah.
So AP is not a bad play. And
I like the AP play. So I'm gonna be honest. Some sneaky plays that you could probably get in are actually two
I would
lions.
try to stay away from it if I can find something better.
There's two lions that I feel like are going to be sneaky plays this year that everyone's like overlooking. AP and Marvin Jones are going to be sneaky fucking plays this week.
I love hearing that. Marvin Jones, I love hearing it because I have to start him in a bunch of leagues, and that is music to my ears.
I'm in that position as well, and I'm like,
it's the matchup that you wait for. You know what I mean?
Right, right. Coming off a bye week, great matchup. Oh, it's going to be a competitive game. It's only a 3.5 point spread, so I mean, it is. This is what you want Marvin Jones to blow up. This is where he has his. And when he scores touchdown, it's always in bunches. It's never like one at a time.
Yeah.
It's always in handfuls. He just goes in bushels of touchdowns. He just goes
because Jacksonville. Jacksonville is gonna overcompensate for shit. Because bro, they're gonna overcompensate on Kenny Galladay.
Yep.
They're gonna be fucked 6 different ways till Sunday. I don't know if y'all talked about this, and we have not yet, actually.
Oh, no.
But what's happening to the man Melvin Gordon, and what should Melvin Gordon? Melvin Gordon owners. All right.
Hold
so,
on. Speaking of Melvin Gordon, let me go grab a drink real quick.
Melvin Gordon is still. See, I was saying earlier, I have no sympathy. I don't have sympathy for these guys now. Ever since the invention of Uber, when this happened to people in the '90s or like early 2000s, and you hear like, oh yeah, so and so got DUI, so you're like, what an idiot again. Always try and find a safe ride home. But now.
Yeah.
Uber, it is impossibly easy to just get a ride home. It is so easy. Just pull up a tiny little app on your phone, click, and get there and get out. And why you're driving drunk to me is obscene. And again, the report was he was like 35 miles per hour over the speed limit. He was really hammering. He was really hammering and going for it. So
I agree. He was really hammered. I agree.
He was going like 39 to 25. It's like, damn, dude, like
calm down. You're hammered.
He was trying to get there. You know what I'm saying?
So he got that you up text after the club.
Hey, let me put it to y'all like that. Let me put it to y'all like this, because I actually live out here in Colorado. Colorado don't play when it comes to DUIs.
Yeah.
Like that man is about to have, for him, it ain't going to be
shout
nothing.
Shout out to MAD, Mothers Against Drunk Driving. You know what I mean?
Oh,
they're shaking their head right now.
They are pissed.
Bro. Yeah, bro. Like
you ain't even have to fucking go there, bro. You are taking these Melvin Gordon jokes to a very dark place.
No, it's a very reality place, because in fantasy, this is something we have to highlight. The reality of it is, in fantasy, he might not get punished until, unless Vic Fangio and John Elway, who runs that, or who's the president of that team, unless they really take actions and they know they're a good organization, they might just outright cut him.
All right,
or suspend him. The team will suspend him.
I'm gonna be straight
if not,
up.
They're gonna wait up. They're gonna wait until the legalities roll in.
I'm gonna be straight up. This is where I'm the fantasy asshole. Okay. I'm telling people if I have Melvin Gordon, I don't have shares of Melvin Gordon, but if I have Melvin Gordon, I'm telling people, hey, yo, check it. He's an NFL player. Like, I'm gonna try and get them to ignore the fact that he's black, okay? I'm gonna be like, he's an NFL player.
They profiled him.
I'm like, he's an NFL player. And he's gonna get a slap on the wrist. He's got a lot of money. He's gonna buy his way out of this. Don't even worry, dog. Hey, yo, you need Melvin Gordon right now. Like, don't even worry, dog. He's rich, man. He's rich. He's rich, bro. And I'm just trying to play it like that.
Yeah.
I am trying to.
Do that. Make sure that guy that you're doing that to, make sure he's the Lindsay owner. You know what I mean?
Hey, if you can do that to the Lindsay owner,
bro.
That's
lock
great.
That backfield up.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, but if you could do it to someone that has a really good record and they don't own Lindsay, but you can pull a fast one, yeah.
So you think he's gonna get suspended in some way, shape, or form by the team?
Oh, I think here's the thing. Screwed.
I'm with you. I think so too.
Even if he doesn't get suspended, because sometimes the league, they don't act as fast as they should, because they wait for the legality parts of it, him actually being charged and this, that, and the third. But it's different in 2020, bro. Check this out. He's gonna be put on the COVID list, the quarantine list, even if he doesn't have COVID, because he was exposed. Now he was probably taken into county. You know what I mean? He's probably gonna, and now he might need to do the 9 to 14 days.
I'm just mad I didn't know what bar he was at out here. Like that. That's
like,
real.
The bars are open.
Where's the party at? Where's the bitches at?
Exactly. Where the bitches
at?
Hey, yo, Hunter. By the way, I love your Abby, bro. He said I have Alvera on by. Should I start J.K. Dobbins, Cam Akers,
Brian Hill,
FSU? Or wait, why did you say Cam Akers FSU? Okay, I get it. Or Brian Hill.
Florida State U.
Yeah, Florida State U. Let's see here. So you got Kamara on a bye.
The fact that he put FSU in there, it's like, yo, dial it up. Fucking prime time for Cam Akers.
He's really easy. He's really trying to get us.
Yeah, he's like, choose him. I like Cam Akers, bro.
I think out of this group, I do too. He has the most upside. J.K. Dobbins, for some reason, they're not giving him the touches. The little bit of work he gets, he looks great, but they're not giving him enough for you to want to start him any week.
Reality in the Ravens' backfield is a reality backfield. Fantasy, it's not happening. One of them needs to go down.
So
Yeah.
when I like
Because
the
you got to remember the Gus Bus is still there. Is it out of the realm of is it out of the realm of the possibility that they're going to be smacking up the Eagles, and when they're smacking them up with a two score lead, enter the Gus Bus? They fucking gave the Gus Bus, Gus Edwards. They gave him the franchise tag because they needed a motherfucker. I bet you here's Gus Bus. He's chilling. He's like what, like a 6th-round pick to them. So he's chilling. They knock on his. Hey man, we're gonna give you the franchise tag. Oh, where do I sign? He's about to sign that so fast
So
because
excited.
they know all he exists for is getting the tough yards and chewing clock up because you're gonna take a beating. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Boom, sign me up for that. And that's affecting all our J.K. Dobbins love and then you add the god awful Mark Ingram in the mix. We really have to wait till like Mark Ingram's old ass gets hurt or something like that before. And don't drop J.K. Dobbins just yet neither.
No,
yeah, I guess
don't.
out of don't I would say the one that you got. I guess you got to go Akers out of that bunch.
Yeah.
Make some trades. See if you can make some trades, bro. See if you can make some trades. Of course, you're keeping Kamara, but I mean, of course, like see if you can make some trades and get you.
See what running backs are. If there's like a Devontae Freeman available, or like a who else was a nice maybe even like a Jamal Williams, man. Like Jamal Williams might get a
Chase Edmonds.
Chase Edmonds. You know what I mean? I'm looking. You know what I mean? Before, but if not, I'm rolling out Cam Akers in a primetime spot.
Well,
with the coaches saying they want to give him more work.
Rain asked me, based off of my DM, who should I get off my watch list? And I'm taking a look at his watch list here.
First of all, before you say anything, put everyone on the watch list. Keep your eyes open.
Keep your eyes open. Yeah, everyone should always.
Everybody.
Everyone should always. I never use the watch list feature, by the way. Like I never use the watch list feature. Period. One, that's way too many notifications for me to come in contact with. Two, like I mentioned, I say like notifications like it's fucking coronavirus. Like two though, like I do a lot of my own rankings and I'm always studying film, or I have like you guys' rankings and stuff like that, to where I'm not gonna go off of a watch list, because that also means that I'm probably watching somebody from like previous weeks prior to. Data is always everlasting changing. But if you're going to utilize the watch list tool, maybe you go after CEH. You go after Justin Herbert, Henry Ruggs. These are all guys that we talked about earlier. Chase Claypool is a guy that you can go after. Other than that, I mean, if you want to snag a guy for a couple of games until we know what's going to happen to Melvin Gordon, Philip Lindsay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If Philip Lindsay's available, it's a smash pickup. How about this? In a lot of leagues, you know what I'm saying? Because, we obviously play in some savage leagues, right? But, like, some home leagues, there might be people sleeping. Bro, if Damian Harris is out there, swoop that man up.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of people don't remember Damian Harris being, like, a thing in training camp because he got a hairline fracture on his thumb. And then, like, it's been the carousel of running backs that they do in New England.
Hey, Harris was, and he was the one hilarious ass interview. Like when he came into the interview room, I was like, bro, you are definitely enjoying Cali. Like his eyes were
red as a motherfucker.
Red as a motherfucker, bro. Like, and there's me sitting next to him. It's like we're both looking at each other. He's looking at me. I'm looking at him. We're both looking at each other. We're like, I ain't gonna say shit if you don't say shit. Right?
Yeah.
Like we're just giving each other that look.
We're cool.
You're giving that Cali look.
Yeah. So then we run into each other in the lobby.
And you're in Denver too. I mean, you reside
in
Denver.
I live out here in Colorado. So like I'm so used. Like I brought some with me, So like when we run into each other in the lobby, he's like, "Yo, I appreciate you keeping it cool, man." During like the interview, I was like, "Man, it's all good."
Damian Harris just earned hella cool points on that chart. I fuck with Damian Harris.
I was like, "Hey, bro, it's all good." I figured when you showed up, so that morning that we interviewed him, he had to show up down at the Rose Bowl, so we had to take a bus, head all the fuck way up to Pasadena, right? So we drive from LA to Pasadena, and they were supposed to be there.
Was the
like
old lady from Pasadena driving the bus?
No. Oh my gosh.
I'm already drunk. Don't listen to me.
No, I know you're good. You're good. I know what you're talking about. But fucking so like we get up there, like all the reporters and everything. It's like everyone from like ESPN, CBS, like Rumboyz, like we all get there like fucking 11. You know, they were supposed to be there at 9. They've already taken the group photo. Like they've all gotten their jerseys on. They've all taken the photo in the stands. This man is late than a motherfucker, yo. He comes running after our bus. He couldn't even get on our bus because they're like, no, it's media, like you're a player, you gotta take a different fucking bus. So they made this man, he had to rent a car, not even get a regular Uber because
is that why he fell in the draft?
Bro, this man is irresponsible than a motherfucking dog. Like when he walked into our interview room, he was like, he goes, "Where the fuck am I?" And like, and there's just cameras and everyone, and like his publicist is right there. She's like, "This is where you're." She's like, "This is where you're gonna do the interviews." He's like, "Oh shit, fuck, I'm here." Like, he was the only person that cursed. He was the only person like everyone else when they came in. Yeah, everyone else when they came in, they were like. Yeah, I'm a rookie. Like, you know, their dreams. Yeah, their dreams came true. They're still kids.
Yeah.
Like, it made me realize I was like, holy shit, I'm like an adult compared to these youngsters.
Yeah. Yep. These young,
the lights
these
were
young
on.
cats.
They were wet behind the ear.
Bro, Damian Harris, fucking hilarious. Like,
great.
Yeah, his personality matches how he plays on the
field. And I'm starting him in a couple spots this week. Let's go, Damian Harris. Give me my name.
Give me my name.
Hey, be careful. Damian Harris is going to be the future J.R. Smith. He's going to be the future Tom Brady.
Don't do it to him.
Where he fucking forgets where he's at on the field.
They're like,
he's holding up the what? He's holding up the what?
Michael says a lot of rumblings and Lev liking a post on Twitter, making it seem like the Chiefs are a front runner. I'm a Clyde owner. What would y'all do as far as exploring trades? My other running backs are Jacobs, Gibson, and Akers. Sit tight.
Yeah.
Sadly, you have to, unless you're gonna sell. You're gonna sell low at any. If you trade Lev Bell at this point, you're trading high. Anyone else, you're gonna be trading low.
Yeah, and if you have Clyde, just sit tight and just join me in a prayer.
Yeah,
because gods.
Because the Clyde thing, because the Clyde thing, you know, right now it's like because he can't find the end zone, it's already hard enough to sell him as is. So you can't really go out there.
He's not supporting that first round draft capital that a lot of people have spent on him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that's because y'all wanted to fucking go out there and listen to Louis Riddick. Okay,
no.
Louis
Riddick only made me like feel good about what I already was going to do. You know what I mean? Like Louis Riddick wasn't it wasn't like a slate breaker for me where I was like, okay, I got to do this. Like
Damian Harris or AP.
Damian Harris.
Or Damian Harris. Yeah, Damian Harris. Yeah, you got to go Damian Harris.
Because it's twofold.
I'm not asking AP times.
It's twofold. If we can go ahead and get Cam Newton back, then we get to see
Cam's back.
Yeah, OT.
He's back.
Is he?
I want to see what this running game looks like with Cam Newton back.
Yeah, because that's going to open up for Damian Harris.
For sure.
Yes, you got to remember if it is Cam Newton, you know, there goes your goal line touches for your running back. But everything else is open up. It's a mobile QB and it's Cam. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like that's going to help Damian Harris. Like
you're starting Damian Harris this week.
He's a flex. Yeah. You know what I mean? And you should be I'm joining you too. I'm flexing him.
Yeah.
Should I be West 305? By the way, shout out to the 305. Shout out y'all down there in Miami.
There
you go.
My bad. Yeah, that's right. The 305.
Should I be stashing Hines or cut him?
Oh, but cut him for what though? Because you don't just cut anybody.
Yeah, it always depends who you're picking up. But at this point, yeah, I think you can probably cut him. You can cut him there's probably a lot of people. Like, would you cut him for Chase Claypool, for example?
Yeah.
Yeah. I cut 99
you know what I'm saying?
Chase Claypool.
Like, I would cut him for probably the top waiver ads this week.
I'd cut him for Alexander Madison.
Oh,
most
yeah,
definitely.
for sure. For the 1 week rental of Alexander Madison. Yeah.
100%. Like, I'm not fooling around with I'm not fooling around with the Naeem Hines, like, cause he is game. It's a game script thing. Like they need
Yeah.
like,
Totally.
yeah,
Totally.
yeah. Like, and this week they're playing the Bungles, so like I actually have Jonathan Taylor as my number 3 overall this week. You know what I mean?
Ooh, man, you're
I'm
speaking
doing it.
music to my FTLS ears. I have
I'm doing
Jonathan
it,
Taylor
man.
going him as my RB2 this week,
I need
bro.
it, man. Like, cause a lot of
Oh,
people. Let's see. There you go.
Yeah,
There
that's
you
that's
go.
that's we're both very
Jake,
high on Jonathan
I
Taylor.
want to put him
JT's
number
gonna
one,
gonna
but
gonna
it's
gonna
like
go
I have to
off.
temper my expectations.
I know.
To,
We
Gotta
haven't
remember he's
seen
a
it yet. I
rookie.
need a multi-touchdown week from Jonathan Taylor one time,
or get
and then it'll
100
give
on
us
the ground.
everybody confidence, or 100 on the ground.
Yeah, exactly.
One of the two.
Yeah.
Give us confidence going forward because I think the talent is there, and obviously the talent's there in the offensive line.
Yes.
And so, in the individual talent of Jonathan Taylor is just it's gonna outweigh eventually. So I think this is the game where we really see it. We see either 100 yards, multi-touchdown, like big week out of Jonathan Taylor.
100% agree.
Eventually, I mean, and that Indianapolis Colts organization, they've been waiting to have a guy back there that'll be the mainstay. Consistency is key.
Because they didn't have it. Like if they
Yeah.
were comfortable with Marlon Mack, they wouldn't have drafted a Jonathan Taylor there. You know what I mean?
No.
No. And moved up to get him at the time. You gotta remember, they moved up to get Jonathan Taylor. So, there was this, if you play that narrative street and that whole idea of like what the narrative is, they feel like they had to move up to get him. And they already had gotten Michael Pittman an offensive weapon. So they knew that they were going to load up on offense and load up in that running back.
And
room.
now Pittman's hurt.
Yeah. Right.
So right. So they're gonna go, and then we all seen Phillip Rivers. His shot put style of throwing the ball. It's not going far, and you know what I mean.
No.
And that actually helps Jonathan Taylor because he's utilized in the passing game as well. The one thing that sucks is when you see Jordan Wilkins out there. It's like, get the fuck out of here.
Let's get out of here with this Jordan Wilkins.
It
drives me crazy. It's like, what are you doing?
I'm not giving up on JT money.
No,
dude. I think it's that they don't want to give up on Wilkins. Is what it is. Is an
organization? Give him up.
Yeah. Just old Yeller style. Take him out back.
Put him down. Just put him down.
Put him down. Put him down. It's fine. It's totally fine. You got Jonathan Taylor and Naeem Hines. That's a great 1-2. That's a great 1-2 punch.
I think that they man, they're I don't know. I feel like that they should have been giving Naeem Hines more reps, but that's either here or there.
It's a game script thing. They've there hasn't been a game that the Colts have been blown out in. They've been in every single game. So
yeah.
The Naeem Hines, like you need to look at like, okay, well, because they're still gonna play the Ravens eventually, right? The Colts are gonna play the Ravens. Maybe that would be a Naeem Hines game.
Sure.
I'm not waiting. I'm not holding on to him until then. Like, if there's another option, I'm dropping Hines to grab something I could plug and play right now, like a Madison, like a Claypool. Like I'm doing that. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Oh shit!
What's that?
Hey, if
news?
It's not breaking news. But I just want to put this like I mean this source this person's a really good friend of mine. Like if Stepmom Lauren is writing, that is probably going to be a high chance that Bell could go to Kansas City.
Oh, she's such a reliable source.
Because now need I remind people that
everybody join me in a prayer.
Just like she predicts things. She predicts things. This is also the same person that told us last year that Mark Andrews was a smash play, and we all got championships off the backs of Mark Andrews last year.
Yes.
Bogart said that too.
So this is one of those outside of the Rumboyz things where it's like, oh shit.
Oh shit.
But you know what? I'm not panicking yet. I'll cross that bridge when I get there.
We'll get there. Yeah, when it's time, it's time.
And
2 to 3 PPR 8. Hang on.
Lev Bell's more of a reality thing, bro.
Yeah.
Wherever he goes, it's a reality thing. Like it's gonna fuck it up in fantasy, but that's Go ahead.
I guess we're gonna pick 2 to 3 or I don't know what he's saying there. 2-3 PPR. He's ranked 8th out of 10. Plays 6 seeds make the playoffs. Close race. Watson, Moore, Shark, A-Rob, Woods, A.J. Brown, Kareem Hunt, Henry, Cook, Mixon, Madison, Sanders, Andrews. Do you trade
Damn.
Mixon and Moore for Anderson and Gaskin? Yes.
Mixon and Moore and DJ Moore for Anderson.
For Robbie Anderson
and Gaskin.
and Myles Gaskin.
Mixon
Yes.
has such a tough schedule, but he gets 20 plus touches a week. Gaskin has actually been doing the same thing.
I know. That's the problem. Is they're both Gaskin has been getting volume too, and so
exactly, and like he's getting good volume because they're able to they're respecting the pass.
They're
when
actually
it
a
comes to
good team now.
Fitzmagic, and like they're still not really respecting the pass when it comes to Burrow.
yeah, I would take that deal.
I
honestly would.
I would do it. I would like Robbie Anderson. Yeah, Robbie Anderson's the true one in Carolina.
I love Robbie Anderson.
He's a fun number one too, huh? I mean, like he's a fun player to watch on and off the field. I love everything about Robbie Anderson. He quickly is becoming one of my favorite players, and it's good to see him do well.
Back in 2016, I won a championship with him as a rookie, so he's always in my fraternity. And like back then, I called him Robbie Anderson the Green Bean because he was with the Jets, but, you know. And in the offseason, I wanted him to go to Green Bay so I can continue to call him the Green Bean. But he's still skinny, so he's the String Bean. I love Robbie Anderson, the String Bean. I love that people don't respect him, and he balls out. I'm probably doing that.
I'm a fan of Myles Gaskin more so than
DJ Moore too, man. It's starting to open up for him, man. It's tough, dude. Like but I'm gonna agree with my colleagues here. Because, I mean, the idea of, because you're going from Mixon and Moore, and, like, you know, Mixon is steady. Let's be honest, he's steady. And Moore just finally flashed. I might even just try to move Moore and see what I could do there. Maybe Moore for Gaskin and then you know, work with, maybe, fuck it, that still sounds too one-sided, huh?
Nah, you're good. No,
you'd be all right. I mean, that's
because I want to keep Mixon, to be honest, there.
Right.
I would try to like bolster up my run game and get Mixon and Gaskin. Carol Gaskin.
I'm also a fan.
Goddamn Carol Gaskin.
That goddamn Carol Gaskin.
I'm also a fan of balanced trades too. So I like his approach of trying to just go 2 for 2.
Yeah, I like that.
I like it. I like it. J Love asks Hayden Hurst or Robert Tonyan for start sit this week.
Okay. Bogart is the king of recency bias.
Yeah, I know.
Right? Atlanta's gonna play. They're gonna welcome Minnesota, right? Because it's over there it's in Atlanta, right? This week.
Yes.
Okay, so
Minnesota.
56.5 over under.
Yeah,
That's a big, another big.
If Julio,
big
what's Julio's status? Is he practicing? Because
I haven't heard.
Hayden Hurst is getting 6 targets a game.
Bro, to be honest, like it's gonna shock. I mean, okay, never mind. I take that. I was gonna say it shocked me if Julio doesn't play this week, but then again, it's like it's Julio fucking Jones.
Like they already know they might be out, so like
they know that they're that's what
they might be out.
Fuck.
At least in the division.
Oh my God,
that the division they know they're out.
Right.
Yeah, so they might I need a status on Julio. That's why I moved Julio this week too. Like you see what I did in the SBI, Robbie? I was going to work this week. I made a lot of moves this week to get rid of like a lot of headaches, and and they were all fair trades. I only make decent trades, but I'm trying to be risk avert and like.
If there's no Julio, you play Hayden Hurst.
Yeah, and they should be at the same time slot. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Right, so their games start at the same time. We'll know. Mm-hmm. I would go Hayden Hurst if they're because I don't think he dropped under 6 targets this year yet. So I like that. Robert Tonyan, I'm still curious. Is this a product? Is his production a product of the absence of Adams' family?
Exactly, because there will be a Devontae there will be Devontae Adams out there on the field this week. PA Slow-Mo, what it do?
What it do, Slow-Mo?
He said, shit, I'm late. Like and share this shit or your team is going to have Adam Gase as a coach next year.
He said, I'm late. Hey, man, he is the slow-mo, man. Shout out to you, man. Better late than never. Let's go. Hey, the slow. I always take the slow nickel over the fast quarter. Give me the longevity. And I am the slow grind. I love pushing the boulder uphill. I want to go to the championship. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to make moves that could, where I'm looking down the road. But also, I'll try to find the happy medium because it is a week-to-week year. In 2020, it's insane.
Michael, I think you I mean,
He
look,
hit it on the head.
no. What he said here in the chat, he asked, is LaMichael P. Ryan worth stashing, or the whole Jet squad just trash? The whole Jet squad
Just get away from that. I'm not doing
why
that.
do that to yourself? It's just not worth it. It's really not. Even in a bye week, you want to.
It's
if
still
you're
Adam
strapped
Gase.
and hurting for people,
there are better things that you can do with your time, with your fantasy lineup,
with your time. He said, with your time, with everything.
Exactly.
I'm comfortable being wrong about anyone who fills that role because let's be honest.
Yeah, I'll take being wrong. As an analyst, I'll take being wrong.
How long has Le'Veon Bell not been relevant?
Since he's been on the Jets, how long?
Yeah.
What did we say? 18 games.
So has there been a spot start backup in Le'Veon Bell's absence for the Jets?
No.
So that's why I'm not. That's why I'm not doing it.
I'm with you.
I'm not doing it. It wasn't working whenever he was injured. So why would it work now?
If you have a Jets fan, if you have a Jets truther in your league, go ahead and swoop him and then talk to him after. Be like, listen, bro, P. Ryan, bro.
Is Andy Dalton worth the waiver wire pickup?
Yes,
absolutely.
Let's preference. Are you in a super flex? 100%.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
$1,000,000%.
If you're in a single QB and you need a spot start, I'm also saying 100% for this week. He's playing against the Cardinals. Andy Dalton, bro, he's gonna throw like 40 times a game. Andy Dalton is not far removed from being a top 5 fantasy guy.
Michael Piran will go the fuck off. He will.
No, he will not.
Hey, man,
there's no way.
Grab him up, and I want you to make sure you remind us that we was wrong. Because I will remind you that I said
I want you to grab him. I want you to start him, and
I'm prepared to be wrong about LaMichael P. Ryan.
I want you to
go. No. Let me hear it. I was gonna say
advice.
I don't know what I would do if LaMichael P. Ryan goes off. I was gonna make some sort of stupid bet. I can't even think of something because I know there's no way he's gonna go
I'm
out.
just prepared to be wrong.
There's no chance. I'll get a Jets tattoo on my cheek.
I will.
There's no way.
I won't lose sleep telling people not to pick up Lamar.
How about everyone remember his brother Samaje P. Ryan?
Yeah,
remember that? Samaje.
He was on my skins back in the day.
What's funny is like people used to correct me and be like, "It's Perrine." Listen, bruh. It's P. Ryan, and you know what? He's damn near a peon. He's a fucking peon, bro. Like him and the whole lineage. How about that? The bruh. The bruh comes in. LaMichael P. Ryan, Perrine, peon. I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna feel comfortable giving that advice to somebody. If I'm wrong, come for my throat. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I want to give solid advice, and I would advise against that. But I will say, pick him up to speculate.
Kells asked another
to speculate. Don't start him.
He said, "I'll do it, bet."
Yeah. I'm just saying.
Another trade idea.
I don't want anyone to do that to themselves.
Yeah. Another trade idea. Same team as last comment. Trade Watson and more for Lamar and Miller.
Do that.
No.
Which Miller?
I'm assuming he's Scotty Miller.
Because there's like Scotty or Anthony
Miller.
Like, you're really just doing that.
I'm not doing Anthony Miller.
Doing that to get Lamar.
Certainly not doing it.
Yeah, you're just doing it to get Lamar.
At first, I thought it was Lamar Miller, and then there was the and in the middle. I'm like, whoa, this person is a blast from the past. Who are you playing with? And then it's Lamar and Miller. I'm like, okay, now it's making sense.
I'm gonna say it. Outside of Mark Andrews,
I'm not doing that. If I have Watson and more, I'm not doing that.
Outside of Mark Andrews and Lamar Jackson, I'm not starting anyone from the Baltimore Ravens till I see anything further. I love Hollywood Brown. He's getting all the air yards. It hasn't connected yet. But I am saying this, though. Lamar Jackson.
Damn, you just gave me an idea that you just said that.
Yeah, bro. I'm just saying, everything that's going on, they're a reality team right now. Did you see them smash last week? And the defense scored all this shit. They're a great team in reality. Like, I don't know if they're as fantasy viable as we want this year for what we paid for them in draft capital.
I now want to trade all Marquise Brown shares now that you just said that.
Like, I just moved on from Marquise Brown in one of my leagues.
I'm
It
like,
pained me
packed-
because I loved him so much. I
And
loved him
listen,
coming out in college.
You have to play him against soft matchups. Like
Mm-hmm.
he balled. He put up in a PPR. He put up 19 against the Bengals. Love that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
yo, I gotta find the Lamar Jackson owner to convince him of this stack really quick.
Yeah, Brody, I would do that. Like, I mean, like, listen, man, they're a reality team. Like, they need to show me more because they're never really behind in these games. Like they're a complete team. You know, in fantasy, I love Gardner Minshew to Ginsu as a goddamn QB because he's gonna be throwing that thing. Like, I want production. Like, Lamar Jackson, yeah, he runs and shit, but you got to remember, people. Let's go back in the time machine. When we started this year, he was coming off a groin injury. He's basically been playing himself into shape. And then the one big game he had on the ground, he had like a 56-yard run to the house. After that, he was kind of questionable, and now he had the knee. Like, I'm not really trying to trade for someone who's on a complete. I'd rather have Watson, who has a shitty defense.
Mm-hmm.
Give me
Yeah,
Watson.
for sure. He has to throw. He's going to have to throw a ton to
Yeah.
stay in games.
And he got
stay
Watson
relevant.
already.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You gave me 1,000,001 fucking ideas,
Bro, this is all I do. I'm a fucking factory,
I know.
bro.
An idea man.
Let's
I'm
see.
an idea man.
Last one for the night. What are the odds of Bell going back to the Steelers?
Oh,
That like
They
I
don't
believe
like
in
him there.
they don't like him there. I believe in karma as much as the next man. I don't think
Yeah.
that's happening.
no.
It would have to be like him groveling, like, hey Rooney's.
Begging.
Hey man, I want to
begging.
come back. I'll take them in. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
fucked up.
like
I
that's-
fucked up.
I'll take
went
them in.
back.
I'll actually pay you guys to let me come back. Please. I'll pay you to let me play for the Steelers again.
I will say it's not far-fetched because, you know, Mike Tomlin could vouch for him because Mike Tomlin loved Lev Bell.
Yeah.
It's really, if y'all remember, let's go back into the time machine. 2018 when he was holding out. And then James Conner, the hometown kid, got his shot, right? He got his shot and he was balling in it with his opportunity. And then there was a big game, a Le'Veon Bell-esque game as far as production out of James Conner in the post game. You got Big Ben Rapisburger. He was talking about Le'Veon Bell who? He was like Le'Veon Bell who? Like
Wow.
Like
I know.
You remember that? Because
Yeah, I do,
Ben
actually.
Roethlisberger does throw. He throws guys under the bus. He don't give a fuck, bro. And I
No,
think
he's
that-
cold-blooded.
Yeah, and I think that that's why I don't think Lev Bell will go back there.
Bell to the Bears. Okay, Stupid Music. I like that take.
It's
I
not
like
bad.
that take.
They
Yeah.
lost Tariq Cohen. Who is
Look,
their
I love how
backup
since I said last question, everyone started typing really
Yeah,
quick.
quick.
Pick three: David Johnson, Kenyon Drake, James Robinson, Alexander Madison.
David
James
Johnson,
Robinson's
Alexander
in there.
Madison.
And Alexander Madison, and then I'll go DJ.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so you say James Robinson over DJ? Okay.
I like James Robinson against James Robinson's. He's been. Super
I'd go the last
consistent.
three. I'd go everyone but David Robinson or David Johnson. Blah.
Yeah, I'll take. I'll
Okay.
go with you. I'll go with the last. Just seen the last one. Yeah,
I like James Robinson, Alexander Madison, and David Johnson.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna go with Robbie because
Fuck
I
Kenyon Drake.
yeah. Well,
Yeah,
'cause
Kenyon
Kenyon
Drake-
Drake. Here's the thing though. Kenyon Drake's playing against the Cowboys.
You should
Like,
if you can't start him
come
against
on.
the Cowboys, I guess
Come
you can't
on,
start him ever. So you're
Hey,
right.
Exactly. Yeah.
I gotta have in prime time. It's gotta be the one. This is like
Yeah.
fucking Kenyon Drake.
This
You gotta
better
do
be
it.
the game. This
Yeah.
better be the Kenyon
And
Drake
Drake,
game.
I hate your music for the record. But on the football field, I like what you do. Let's see more of it.
Trade offered to me today: DJ Moore, Todd Gurleyman, two Gurleys, one cup. Naheem Himes for D Hop and Antonio Gibson.
Oh, give me D Hop and Gibson.
Yeah, if you're getting D Hop and Gibson, you're safe.
Fuck yeah. Nuke Skywalker and Antonio Banderas Gibson.
Yep. If they're gonna give up, if you're gonna assume the two pieces in Hop and Gibson, you're safe.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, and you push the fact that Gibson got.
You
a
don't
toe
have to
right
push
now.
anything. If they offer
No,
you
you'd
go
be like,
through, you
listen,
just
bro,
hit the
I'll
button.
I'll take that off your hands. He got the toe right now. I'm willing to risk it.
You don't say
So,
anything. You just hit it.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
If it's
I'll take
offered,
that from
yeah,
you.
punch that, hit that
Yeah.
button, smash it.
Yeah. And then Javon Whitaker asked DJ Shark or Deontay Johnson. Both are dealing with some injuries right now.
I know. I was gonna say
It's gonna be Deontay if he plays. I mean,
yeah, I'm with you.
Because if Chark, damn, I love DJ Chark so much, but it's just like what sucks is like last year, DJ Chark wasn't getting the double coverage love, and he is. And like DJ Chark to me now is just an extension of Minshew being good. You know what I mean? Because when DJ Chark's not there, Minshew has like average at best games, and like DJ Chark, like his floor is kind of non-existent. He's been kind of touchdown or bust. You know what I mean? He's had one big game, and the rest have either been non-existent or like a 12-point outing in week 2 when he caught a touchdown.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
I always follow the targets, and it looks like Deontay Johnson is going to garner more targets in his offense than DJ Chark is for some reason.
When Claypool blew up last week, it's because Deontay Johnson
was out. Hurt. I watched it. I had Deontay in my lineup in the FTLS, and I watched Chase Claypool go off, and every time Chase Claypool had a touchdown, I had a big play. I went, man, this should have been my points. Damn it, this should have been my. These are my Deontay points.
Deontay was garnering a 30% target market share.
That's a lot.
Before that, it's a lot.
That's a lot. That's a lot, my guy. That's a lot.
Immediately seen it shift in the absence of him.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if he's back, and for all you Chase Claypool guys out there, if you picked him up and you didn't really need him and you picked him up, move him.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking
for
sell
sure.
high now. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I mean? Don't. I'm not really an advocate of pun intended chasing, last week's Chase Claypool production. You know what I mean? But if there's no Deontay Johnson, I'm rolling out Chase Claypool.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
It sounds like from the reports, it sounds like he could have came back and played. They held him out. The game was out of hand, so they held him out.
In their favor, so yeah.
So we'll see. Back spasms are never fun.
Yeah. Shout out to Keenan Allen leaving the game after one series.
I just sent a trade. Fucking Marquise Brown for DJ Moore. Hopefully, I get that shit.
Ooh, yeah.
I like
there you go.
He's the Lamar Jackson owner too. You said.
Yeah, he's a Lamar Jackson. That's why I was like,
get that stack.
Yeah, I was like, you go ahead. You can take this stack. Give me DJ Moore. I was like, it's either DJ Moore. I'm going after Justin Jefferson.
Oh man, I turned Marquise Brown and Antonio Gibson to Kenny Golladay today, and I feel really good about it.
I already have Golladay, so
I felt so good about that. Like I needed receiver help, and I was like, let me just see what I could do here.
Mm-hmm.
What up, BKB?
What up, BKB? That's one of our regulars, man.
Yep, that's one of that. That's an OG. That's an OG.
Yeah, that's an OG. Even not even just a regular. He's a usual.
Yeah,
he's the usual suspect.
Yeah, like, we know what he drinks. Hey man, get him in a regular. Get him in a regular.
Love it.
But shit. Other than that, let's go ahead. Let's get into outros though, because we are just about out of time for our Q&A session. If you guys, like I say, hey, if we can get more people signing up and hitting that join button, join Rumboyz Premium, we can take these Q&A sessions. We can make them longer. We can go more in depth. We can do a lot more different things. Right now we're keeping them free. We were gonna do these super exclusive, but
the people need us.
Yeah, the people need us, so we understand. So we're here. But we want to, and we make these longer. Yeah, we make these things longer. We want to make these things a little bit better. So we're still pushing Rumboyz Premium. Don't forget about Rumboyz Premium. Don't forget to join. Exclusive content, exclusive newsletters, promo codes on merch. You guys get fun emojis and badges that you guys are able to utilize in the chat. So many other different things that we're able to do. So make sure you guys at least consider it. Check it out. Let us know what you think. Other than that, John, holler at the people, tell them where they can find you, bro.
You can find me at FTLS_JBats on Twitter. That's where I put a lot of my content. You can follow the podcast that we do. Me and Brian, we basically do a podcast for the league, For the Love of Sundays League. And so you can check him out at FTLS_ at FTL Sunday. Sorry, there's no underscore in his. Brian actually is a top 10 in Fantasy Pros rankings, so he's
nice.
he's legit. Brian's
'cause
legit.
That's
no joke.
Man.
Yeah, so
Hats
Brian's
off, bro.
good. He
Hats
takes
off,
his
man.
so he's a scout for the New Jersey Devils for hockey, and so he uses some of his scouting metrics that he uses for hockey. He uses it in fantasy football, and so it's pretty interesting.
Right.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting how it works
too,
out.
John?
I'm not. I'm actually from Boston.
Okay, I was gonna say because you have more of a Boston accent.
Yeah, I'm born and raised in Boston. Then I moved down to Florida, so I live in Fort Myers now. Love it, and it's it's hard to not beat 85 and sunny every day. It's fucking
Yeah,
it's fucking beautiful all the time. It's beautiful out. I don't have to deal with snow. So we grew up together. We do the podcast, and we do that league, the For the Love of Sundays league, which is going on year
love
like
you guys'
8 now.
content too, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. And I love the Rumboyz content. I love everything you guys put out, and I love coming on and being a guest. It's a pleasure.
And your family over here, man.
Yeah,
exactly, bro. Bogart, holla at people, tell them where they can find you.
Man, outside of finding me here, right here with the fam, with the gang, over here at the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. Also subscribe if you're new. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You can find me in all my madness and all my ism is known as the GMM Network on YouTube / the GMM Network. That's the brother channel to the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. You know what I'm saying? Also, you could find our flagship podcast, The Real Fantasy Playmakers, on all streaming platforms, preferably Spotify. Spotify, give me money. And you could also follow me at the GMM Network on both IG and Twitter. And I just want to leave on one note. If 2020, if I look at 2020 in fantasy football and I'm going to make t-shirts, one of them would say, stay above 500 or better. And the other one would say, keep depth. You know what I mean?
Yep.
We're gonna get those done. We're gonna get those done.
Stay above 500 is nice.
Stay
I like that.
500.
Stay above 500.
It feels like that's pretty much what we've had to do all 2020. Just stay above 500.
Just stay above 500.
Been my life.
Make it. Just make it.
Just make it
above water.
Just head above water, man. Just
hey, if you were a C student in high school or like college.
Yes.
Like fucking 2020 was a year for you because this was years like
you can make $1 million, bro.
I just gotta stay above water.
Just chug along.
I've been doing this
shit. Stay
above
500. Bro, that's a shirt, bro. That's a GMM Network shirt. Let's do it. A Rumboyz GMM collab.
We're gonna get it. I'm gonna send that shit over to Miles right now in the group chat. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys already know where you can find me at Rumboyz, spelled with a Z, NET, on all social media, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. I actually just posted a fucking TikTok today, believe it or not.
Nice.
There you go. Word.
Youngster.
All right. This motherfucker,
I'm so old.
Yo, TikTok's where it's at, man. There's people making a shitload of money on TikTok.
I know.
Real money on
Give me
TikTok.
money.
I'm like, shit.
Yeah.
My
Come on,
dog's
TikTok,
trying to
give me
teach
money.
how to use TikTok.
Give me money. Come on,
Give me
TikTok.
money.
So yeah, we're over there, over on the TikTok as well. You know, new promotion. We got to stretch the boundaries of this thing. Let's see. Throw us a like over on our Facebook business page as well if you guys have not already. Also, take time to throw us a recommendation on Facebook too. We 5 out of 5 recommend over there. We're all 5 stars over there. So we want to keep that going. Haven't gotten a bad review yet, so we want to keep that going. Subscribe to the channel if you are new to the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. Hit that subscribe button. Share the channel if you're not new. You guys are regulars. Every time we're live, share the stream. Play this at your work when you're in your office. Actually, probably don't do that. You might get
you might get in some trouble. But,
yeah,
as long as I'm not on the show, but I'm pretty much on here all day.
Play us in your office space with your door closed.
Yep. Tell the people at work about how much fun you had listening to it.
Exactly. Y'all already know. Share the content. Sign up for Rumboyz.com if you have not already. We definitely urge all of you guys to sign up for Rumboyz.com. All of our articles are free over on Rumboyz.com. Unlike some other places where you may have to pay to read.
Oh, here's another shirt too. Like Bogart always says, if it's free, it's for me.
Oh my
You know what I mean?
gosh,
And,
Blake
and,
from the Len
and
Down Under. What's good?
oh, what up, Blake?
Um, good day, mate.
Good day.
But yeah, so yeah, make sure you guys head over to rumboyz.com. Support all. We're trying to fulfill a writer for every single team, for every single sport out there. So if you're interested, let us know. Holla at us. But you gotta be good though. You gotta be on your shit. You gotta be on your P's and Q's. Dot your I's, cross your T's. Use Grammarly, all that good stuff.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Join the gang.
other than that, cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Rumboyz and girls, what it do? Dilly dilly. It's been a beautiful night with the crew.
This
Wow.
was a fun one.
Yeah, man, it really was.